Rory McIlroy's decade of sustained greatness is as impressive as it is rare. After defending the CJ Cup title following victories at the RBC Canadian Open and the Tour Championship earlier this year, McIlroy replaced Scottie Scheffler at the world rankings. The 33-year-old four-time major Rory McIlroy holds the world #1 spot for the 9th time. Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today's video follows McIlroy's success atop the sport of golf. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this if you end up enjoying it. Thanks in advance. Rory McIlroy had a tough week leading up to the 2022 Masters. His iron play was poor in the Texas Open as he'd missed the cut at 1 over, while JJ Spaun won at 13 under. That was his last start before making the yearly pilgrimage to Augusta National to contend for his career's most elusive crown. To make matters worse, McIlroy said that after attempting and failing to depart San Antonio on Friday evening following the cut, he was told that room service at his hotel would take 115 minutes. "I was thinking, let's just start again tomorrow," he remarked. Even though Rory was performing well at the time, he had dropped to #9 in the world just as Scottie Scheffler was establishing himself as the #1 player in the official world golf rankings. Fast forward 6 months and McIlroy had begun his 9th consecutive reign as #1 after a truly incredible run following that missed cut. If someone had told me on the Friday night of the Mcllroy Texas Open when I missed the cut that I'd be #1 by October, I would have asked what they were smoking because I would not have believed them. McIlroy said on Sunday after defending the CJ Cup and reclaiming the top spot from Scottie after a 30-week reign. McIlroy has played 15 events since that Friday in San Antonio, finishing in the top 5 in the 10 of them, including 3 of the 4 majors. The other major finish, which was still a top 10, in that time he has only missed 1 cut and has won 3 tournaments. This will be McIlroy's 9th calendar year in which he's won at least as many events as he's missed cuts. How odd is it to have 9 different reigns as world #1? Is the 3rd most all-time below Tiger Woods and Greg Norman, both with 11, but ahead of Dustin Johnson 7 and Steve Ballesteros, both with 6-5. What's odder is how much time has passed since McIlroy's initial #1 ranking, March 2012, and now 10 years 7 months. The sort of golf required to achieve to be #1 is transitory. To soar above all the other top talents in the globe, you have to be ridiculously talented, and if OWGR history is any guide, then that peak only lasts at most 1 to 3 years. A total of 25 golfers have ever held the #1 ranking, with 22 of them having no more than a 4-year gap between their first and last or most recent participation. Johnson is an excellent example. He debuted at #1 in Feb 2017 and continued to remain there until July 2021. That is one of the longest runs at the top of the golf world. Johnson is one of the 2 greatest players in the previous 15 years, and his 4-year on-again, off-again relationship with #1 testifies his long-term excellence. Ernie Els is a better representative of the norm. Els is widely regarded as one of the top 20 players of all time, and he was initially ranked #1 in June 1997 and last ranked #1 in June 1998, 1 calendar year. The 3 outlines are, of course, Woods, who held the #1 spot for at least 250 weeks, Norman and McIlroy. Woods had 17-year gap between his first and most recent and perhaps final appearance. Norman lasted 11 years. McIlroy might surpass that depending on how long he holds the lead this time. Perhaps more impressively for McIlroy, he's not been ranked lower than 16th in the world since November 2009. There have never been more 15 golfers on the earth deemed better than him in the previous 13 years. Take a look at who was in the top 10 in the world via a post made by No Laying Up on Twitter when McIlroy arrived to see how incredible it is to compete at that level. Top 10 was when Rory 2012 at their current ranking first reached #1 at the Honda in February 2012 at their current ranking. #1 Rory, #2 Donald, #3 Westwood, #4 Kamer, #5 Stricker, #6 Webb, #7 Day, #8 DJ, #9 Schwartzel, #10 Mahan. Rory is also the only player that was in the top 20 as of February 2012, and that's still in the top 20 today. Only other players in the top 50 then and now: Keegan, DJ, Scott, Casey, Ustaisen. Few golfers stay in the top 10 or top 15 for so long, and even fewer return to #1 so frequently throughout the course of a career. Even though he never fell out of the top 16 in the world, McIlroy admitted that returning to #1 felt a long way off even a year ago. "Far away? Yeah, it did," McIlroy said. Jordan Spieth got to world #1 at Whistling Straits in 2015 when Jason Day won, and I didn't get back to world #1 until 2020. It was just 5 years of top 5 and top 10, but it's important, right? It took me 5 years to get back in 2020. Then COVID hit. I struggled through COVID, coming out the back of COVID, sort of struggled a little bit too, and it's been a couple of years since I've been world #1. Yeah, it felt far away, and I'm surprised that over the last 6 months I've played as well as I have to get back to the spot. Regardless of the longevity and despite having accomplished the feat so many times, Mcllroy was overcome with emotion following his victory on Sunday. He stated that this was due to the people that supported him on his comeback to the top. I think it was simply the continuous journey back up to the top of international golf and what it takes, he explained. It's not just me, it's everyone on my team. It's not a one-man show. I simply think about everyone who's made a difference in my life, not only in the previous 12 months, but throughout my life. Just thinking back over the last year, there are a lot of people who deserve a lot of the accolades, and I'm the one who sits up here and accepts them, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people just aren't aware of. All of it is just as essential as what I do out there trying to win these games. It's a team effort, and I think that's what gets me caught up and emotional anytime. I think about it because it's really nice to be on this trip with other people that you want to be on the journey with. That's a very cool aspect of it. Finally, a sociopathic competitor, or one who's obsessed with a game that he's internally compelled to conquer it no matter what, how long it takes, can attain this degree of prolonged brilliance. All of your skills will be wasted unless you have one or both of these characteristics. While one might be skeptical of Mcllroy when it comes to the former, one cannot be skeptical about the latter. I feel like I'm having as much fun with the game as I ever have, he stated on Sunday. Golf is my absolute favorite sport. I believe that when I go out there and play with that joy, it is clearly shown over the last year. Mcllroy continued, I appreciate the process of trying to get the most out of myself. That's the rewarding aspect. I never feel like I've figured this game out, and I doubt I ever will, but every day I wake up hoping to come closer. Mcllroy's dominance in golf only rivals the likes of Tiger Woods and Greg Norman. His wins over the years proved incredible consistency over such a long period of time, and the strong performance means he could keep this #1 ranking going further in 2023, where he will have more success, including a long and awaited career Grand Slam at the Masters in his sight. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of Mcllroy's climb back to the top in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.